a revelation has been made, one that could shake the very foundations of our understanding of spiritual warfare and divine justice. In an age where darkness encroaches upon the world with unprecedented force, a figure from the heavens stands firm, a beacon of unwavering power and divine authority. The great Archangel, Saint Michael, the Prince of the heavenly hosts, is emerging in these final days as the leader of a celestial battle that has been foretold since the dawn of time. As the spiritual warfare intensifies, as sin and deception reach new heights, as the world teeters on the edge of moral collapse, one thing becomes undeniably clear. Saint Michael is leading the charge. His presence is not only a sign of God's protection but also a warning, a call to arms for the faithful to prepare, to stand firm, and to reclaim the dominion of God over the earth. The scriptures speak of him with awe and reverence. In Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9, we are given a glimpse into a battle of cosmic proportions. And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was defeated, and there was no longer any place for them in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Saint Michael, the invincible warrior, is not merely a figure of the past, bound within the pages of Scripture. He is active now. He is present in the battle for souls. He is leading the heavenly hosts in a war that is reaching its climax. A war that has been raging unseen, yet ever present in the supernatural realm. Could it be that the resurgence of devotion to Saint Michael in recent years is no coincidence? Could the growing calls for his intercession be a divine prompting, a warning from heaven that the time of his ultimate battle draws near? Every era of history has seen moments of darkness, but today, we stand on the brink of an unparalleled spiritual battle. We see corruption infiltrating every level of society, governments, institutions, even within the church itself. We witness the rise of false ideologies, the persecution of the faithful, and an increasing hostility toward truth and righteousness. We see the signs in the skies, in the conflicts erupting across nations, in the moral decay of civilizations that once stood under the banner of Christ. These are not mere coincidences. These are warnings. These are signs that the enemy, defeated in heaven, is making his final, desperate stand on earth. And who stands against him? Who holds the flaming sword that defends the honor of God? It is Saint Michael. Many of the saints and mystics throughout history have spoken of a time when Saint Michael would take on a greater role in the defense of the church. In his apparitions, in his miraculous interventions, he has made one message abundantly clear: prepare. Throughout history, Saint Michael has appeared at critical moments to offer his protection and guidance. One of the most famous instances is his apparition at Monte Sant'Angelo in Italy, where he consecrated a sacred grotto, promising divine protection to all who sought refuge there. Again, in France, in the year 709, he appeared to Saint Aubert, Bishop of Avranches, commanding the construction of what would become the magnificent Mont Saint-Michel, a fortress of faith standing defiantly against the tides. Even in modern times, devotion to Saint Michael continues to grow. The chaplet of Saint Michael, once a little-known devotion, is now spreading like wildfire among those who sense the urgency of spiritual warfare. The Saint Michael prayer, originally written by Pope Leo XIII after a vision of Satan's increasing power, is now being reinstated in churches worldwide. Why? Because the battle is upon us. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. These are not just words. They are a cry of desperation, a plea for intercession, a battle cry for the faithful who refuse to cower before the rising darkness. Among the many roles Saint Michael assumes, one stands out in particular: He is the great exorcist, the terror of demons. When Satan and his legions fell from heaven, it was Michael who cast them out. To this day, his very name, Mikael, meaning who is like God, strikes fear into the hearts of the fallen spirits. Exorcists throughout history have testified to his power. They call upon him in times of dire need, when the most malevolent of spirits refuse to yield. The mere invocation of his name, the raising of his standard, the calling forth of his angelic might, these are enough to send demons into fits of torment. He is the guardian of souls, the defender against the evil one, and the enforcer of divine justice. As the world plunges deeper into moral and spiritual chaos, many ask, are we approaching the final battle? Is this the time of Saint Michael's greatest war? The book of Revelation describes a time when the forces of darkness will rise to deceive the nations, when the dragon will attempt his last stand against God's kingdom. But it also speaks of victory, Michael's victory. Revelation 19 verses 11 to 16 describes Christ's return with the armies of heaven. Who leads these armies? Tradition tells us it is Saint Michael, standing at the right hand of Christ, leading the charge against the forces of darkness. He is the angel who will bind Satan and cast him into the abyss for 1,000 years. Revelation 20 verses 1 to 3. He is the warrior who will ensure that the reign of evil is brought to an end. The battle is not merely his alone. We are called to fight alongside him. The church on earth is the church militant, and every soul that seeks the light of Christ must take up the spiritual armor that Saint Michael provides. How can we do this? Invoke his name daily, pray the Saint Michael prayer, wear the Saint Michael medal, call upon him in times of trial. Live a life of purity and righteousness. Saint Michael defends those who remain faithful to God's law. Defend the truth fearlessly in a world filled with deception. Stand firm in the truth of the gospel. Pray for the church and its leaders. Ask Saint Michael to guard the church from corruption and to strengthen its shepherds. Be vigilant. Know that the enemy prowls like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. 1 Peter 5 verse 8. Stand with Saint Michael and resist him, though the battle rages fiercely, though darkness may seem overwhelming. Let this truth be known. Saint Michael is victorious. The war has already been won by Christ on the cross, and Michael stands as his enforcer, ensuring that Satan's dominion is brought to an end. The question remains, will you stand with him? The time of decision is now. The call has been made. The sword is drawn. Stand with Saint Michael and you will stand with Christ. Stand in faith and you will never fall. The battle is here. The warrior has arrived. The victory is at hand.